Welcome back. Okay, I think things are getting. I think we're close, man. I don't know how many more episodes we got, but I think things are getting intense, man. Ooh. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Estelle and Joshua. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter, as you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go in. Right. Pardon us. Oh. I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Oslis. I'm the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberl. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It's a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I've been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please, have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring me this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it. The Professor told us that you might have some sort of idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I don't think the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. This happened in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Wow. So that was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers, but every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that beneath Gransel. So what does that tell you about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we are unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city, but it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off-record. I see. In any event, it seems unlikely that trouble is on the way, or it seems likely. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we gave him credit for. But when someone starts to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever scheme he's trying to pull off. I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty? He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are many great things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then that is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. 10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must admit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberl. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hawking Gate. In what seemed like scant movements, all of the world became occupied territory, save for Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Gransel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none of us could have imagined. Patrol airships had just developed and were used to recapture Liberl's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Roland. With their supply lines severed, Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And one behind the plan for a counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. Those hands are way too big. Look at the size of his frickin' finger. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, and as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterwards, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most of in the world. Lena, your mom, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempt to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I'm sure you know. Cassius was not even by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of a bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore that he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that, Estelle? Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost in the service of the country, the responsibility falls upon me, and I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I had wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberl in the war fought so hard to protect. And that peace gave Mom her life And the peace that Mom gave her life so that I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for, Estelle. You have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart that I have finally met you in person, now more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings of this matter. What? But Julia, I mean Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father's return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it is held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua, if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I only ask that you consider that. Your Majesty, when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we took that letter in the package, and we've been running around all creation ever since. Feels like Dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace. So that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives, just like you, and just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because it is what I believe is right, and I really want to see this through. Estelle, it seems she was right about you, huh? I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty! My liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. So the princess is being held captive somewhere? Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as a successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunam was out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he possessed a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean towards the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention, the memory of the invasion is still a larger power. By a larger power, still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him unawares. That, along with the passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Liberl would become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. Finally lets us see the whole picture. So if Liberl becomes a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest, orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent on causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide range of policy of conscription would be adopted, and no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no. Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with the other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all nations, to benefit all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, it makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealist. And so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to assure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed, simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind, for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. Oh, God. Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I am even 1/10 as cool when I get old. Cool? Do you actually just call the Queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. That's definitely outside our bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we'll do what we can. Right. But you know, I'm so freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she's willing to share. Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh, yeah. Then you should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Whoa, is it really that late? The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just make sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please, relax. We are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. But pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies. I don't think we ever got your names. May I ask them? My, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it. Thank you. Thank you very much. And how about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say that's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Oh, right. We're with the special ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Please be safe on your way home. Run! Run! Get back. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. What's all the noise about? Idiot. Oh, Duke Dunon. Ah, it's the lady of the court. It's your mage. You look familiar. These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Lena and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. God, now, Philip, and I'm with the stare. It's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes are playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself. You know, and now that I stop and look, I say you both are quite lovely. You with brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. Actually, I personally think you look best with that raven hair of yours, even longer. I'm honored. Ah, yes. And it was not. You shall attend to me this evening. Oh? Your Grace. No, I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations while flattering are best saved for another time and place. All the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply cannot appreciate a joke. This castle will be mine in a week's time, anyway. We can set aside time for some fun, then. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets when you get in such instances. I say this, knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Oh, right, Lena. You just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Good. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember none of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry, Madam and young Missus. I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to one he serves. I see. He sure seems nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seems awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we would have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. And yes, you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything you can to save the princess. Or are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get a chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open, and she always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy. Now that we're on the job, we'll save her. Shall we be going? Zin's probably asleep. But I don't know. Maybe we gotta get Zin out on this, man. I mean, we need some help here. Oh, God, Almanthea. Ah, Christ. Captain Almanthea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please pardon us. We've simply never been to a castle like this and couldn't resist the urge to look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Kitchen's gotta be closed. Royal Guard room's off limit. What was that? And just what do you think you were doing down there? We weren't doing anything in particular. Come now, let's not waste time on games. I've received numerous reports of you going in and out of the maid's quarters several times. Don't you think it's a bit odd to be looking around in a place like that? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that, when you already have the facts, is a little cruel? I take it as a compliment. So what business do you have in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Zin? Whoa, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oh, sorry. Hey, this is my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Hey, some luck we meet up again, huh? I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in their maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution. Yo, I totally get you. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. You kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask maid if there's anything we can get for our hands on something, but no luck. Oh, well, I'll have to do that, I guess. Hey, I have a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I advise you return to your rooms and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any specific activity. You understand? Of course. It is late. We should probably just go to bed. Very good, then. Now, if you'll excuse us. Aw, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right. I'll go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Zin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Oh, I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You're an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So what's the story? What story? I would have thought it would have been obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Whoa, wait, what? How did you... Did Elnon tell you something about this? Well, actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Played. Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. You okay, girl? You okay? You good? Good girl. Yep. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberl, which means he's in Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. That's kind of a nasty way of putting it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor, from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose. When did you realize we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset, once I saw Estelle's techniques with the bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you said something about it at all. We'd been worried sick, wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright? If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen. I suppose so. He knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree. It's probably best to fill in on everything. It'd be a bit far-fetched to say we can end this whole thing on our own, after all. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out on this little request. You will? Yeah, I think of it as an ideal opportunity to settle my debt with Master Cassius. Please, let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you, once again. I was gonna say, we gotta get him in on this, man. He's too valuable. He's so good. What is this place? I would never imagine that something like this even existed. Underground. It is larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa! What are those? Whoa! Is this some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well, so these must be arcanisms. Holy shit. You took out that thing in a single stroke. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. Still, I have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I will forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberl. I expect only the best of each of you. Not liking where this is going. I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed you were able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The question is, how much longer is it going to take on our side? Yeah, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that, alright, there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we consider Professor Russell's request fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Now then, Zin, it was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-rank bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. I knew we could count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks ranging from G on the bottom to A at the top. So this is the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin. Well, I may be A rank, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A rankers across the continent, but above that, there's an informal S rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. There are 4 of those on the entire continent. Well, I'm not even sure that I can think the way they do. You really don't know about any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not getting away with You're not going to tell me you already knew this, right? Sorry, but yeah, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army soldiers, hidden hero, divine blade, S-rank bracer. If we were so damn awesome, then it would be nice if we'd come back and take care of this case. You may be right. If you're here with us, perhaps this would not escalate to the point where a coup d'etat would even be possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just think about how strange this is. A whole chain of events apparently started off with Dad going on a trip. It's as if whoever planned this coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least it's just the impression I have. Oh. So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his department trip for the Empire? Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I just can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard could have even managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, just that 2 major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? Of other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The 3rd article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act, but we are no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask for the cooperation of all bracers in Grancel, including Zin, of course. Oh, okay. If we come into conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Ostentatiously to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? It basically amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we need to do it with the resources on hand. Oh, fun, but we're up to it. So do we have a solid idea where the prisoner will be held? That's been on my mind for a while now. I believe the most likely place is the Araby Royal Villa. That's a building in the forest, right? It would make sense. The soldiers are using it under the pretense of counterterrorism. Few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Leicester Fortress. Considering the army we're going to be going up against there, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and her friends are currently acquainted with a reporter, right? Oh, you mean Niall? Yeah, we should see if we picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invasion before, so we should let her know what's going on. So on to the conceivers then, huh? There are 4 of the bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check out the bars in their usual hangout, and they might also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright, then off we go. Okay. So Zin's definitely... I get a sneaking suspicion our last party member might be Cassius. I don't know how he's going to show up, but I've got a feeling. Let's check the bar. Hey, Grant. Hey, it's Grant. Well, this isn't the big bad champions. I hear you guys spent the night at the castle. Frankly, I'm surprised to see you back so early. Did you eat anything good? Yeah, we did, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Oh, something on your mind? Explain the situation includes... Holy crap, you're not pulling my leg, are you? We are not. Every word is true. I'd stake my reputation on it. If Zin the Immovable is moved by this, then that's all the proof I need. I'll do whatever I can to help. You can count on it. Thanks, Grant. We'll be meeting at the guild house to plan our strategy as soon as possible. So if you'd please head over there when you can. Understood. Go well, friends. I'll catch up with you there. It's getting serious, man. think one of them might be shopping. Maybe Annalise. Just get a feeling. Yep. Well, if it isn't Zin and the new recruits. Back from the castle already? Well, yeah, I guess we are. Annalise, could we have a moment of your time? You hear something juicy you're looking to share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah, it's a real juice bomb. Ooh, you have my undivided attention. Should we talk about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh? Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things get serious in a big hurry, and if they do, we'll need your help. Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up this whole situation is. Anyway, get all this, but you want everyone to meet at the guild house, right? Right. I'll fill you in on all the details. Okay, then. I'll go and see what's up. Nice. We're looking good. Okay, where else next? Maybe the coffee house. I don't know where Karna would be. Or Kurt, to be totally honest with you. Let's check the hotel. False. 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 Oh my god. Uh-huh. Wish I could remember that time a little better. It's like there's a thick fog blanketing the whole thing. Oh, hi, Kurt. It's good to see you here. Hi, Estelle. Hi, Joshua. Oh, Zin's with you too? Didn't you know that we were going to a dinner party at the council yesterday? That was when these two rookies took on a pretty major assignment. What major assignment? I think it's best if we told you more or less the whole story. You serious? Of course we are. That's why we really need your help. No, that's not it. I admit, I'm shocked at Her Majesty's request of you. But the black ormond that the Colonel has? It's real. Kurt? What's wrong? You look awfully pale. Whoa. What in the world? Step away from him. Huh? Shade. Lift. What was that? You didn't even touch him, and he acted like he got electrocuted. It's a special spirit channeling breath technique. It allows the user to directly affect the target's body without direct physical contact. I don't normally like to be so rough, but time isn't exactly on our side. How are you feeling? Wow. Actually, a lot better. I can't remember every detail, but a good bit of it is coming back. I'm a little unsteady from the shock, but I think I'll be alright. So what do you remember? Didn't I say so before? There was an accident around 3 months ago. You lost your memories while you were working, right? Yes, someone had asked me to check up on those men in the black outfits. Then I took something suspicious from them. It was the Black Ormond. It's the person who gave you the assignment. Yes, it was your father, Cassius. I wasted no time in packaging up and sending it to him. But that was really far back as I can remember. So the K on the package was you? Yes. I think I also remember there being a note that said to have Professor Russell analyze it. I get it. The package was delivered to you two. Do you remember anything after that? Anything that happened after you sent off the package? Yes. After I left the port, someone called out to me. And then... It's no good. It's all one big blur. You're probably best off not pressing your luck. It's likely to just cause strain that you can't handle yet. Yes, alright. I'm really just amazed that I was able to remember anything at all. Which brings us to the bigger question. Who would have done this? Maybe those special ops guys? It's possible. They did use that nasty poison on the gate, after all. It's as if they're manufacturing and testing new drugs. Maybe they've made something that caused memory loss. Now that's a cheerful thought. Plus, there's the Sky Bandits boss and Mayor Dalmore to consider. We have to be really careful. I'm sorry, I don't have anything really useful to tell you. I know Her Majesty asked you to do. I want to help if you'll let me. But are you sure you'll be okay? Sure, my memory may be like a sieve. But not physically, I'm fine. I owe you for your help, so please, allow me to make it up to you. If you're feeling up to it, sure. We need to work out a strategy. For now, let's meet back at the guild. Alright, you have my thanks. Karna maybe at the coffee shop. It's an idea. Oops. It's a negatory on that one. Karna. Maybe at a weapon store or something, I'm not sure. Uh-huh. Hi, Karna. Hey, look who it is. Oh, you got old man Zin with you. What's going on? Well, it's a long story. Uh-oh, sounds serious. You're not just pulling my leg, are you? I must admit, I did find a bit of odd that all the gates and ports have been shut down. So what did you want with me exactly? Well, we need to get everyone together and formulate a plan. So if you would, please meet us at the guild. Gotcha. I'm already there. She said the same same line as Grant. Seems kind of lazy, gotta be totally honest. Yep, not gonna lie. Seems a little lazy. Come on, we gotta talk to Niall. Oh, and we gotta talk to Julia. This is weird, Chief. I haven't heard anything in 2 days. He does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. Given how close we are to a state of martial law, I don't like how he hasn't contacted us either. Oh, hi, guys. Hello, Dorothy. Pardon us. Hey, it's the Tournament Champions. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Liberal News. Niall and Dorothy have told me quite a bit about the two of you. Estelle and Joshua of the Brazier Guild, right? Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've always enjoyed your magazine. Well, that's always good to hear. Weren't you two doing something for Niall? Oh, yes. That's where we were just talking about. Actually, Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from her or anything. Huh? Yesterday or today? We spoke with him in the evening, 2 days ago. Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him, for IDO's sake. We came here to talk to him about the semifinals. Oh, right, now that you mention it. So did he say anything to you two? Like where he was going? Right, I remember what happened. He got a call from someone, then he said he had to leave. Are you serious? Yes. We haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Oh no, I can't believe Niall's dead. Who said he's dead? Today, when all the airliner traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday, though, so maybe he went back to another province. I've already inquired with the landing port's passenger registry, and there was no sign of him, so I figured he still has to be somewhere in town. You two were the last one to see the reporter fellow. When you talked to him about something for a news article. Huh? These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? I certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the Intelligence Division. They monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is. Which means you can't get much information from your stories. But it is in a reporter's nature to want to get as much as possible into the hands of the readers. I see. So he went to check out a new subject that the Intelligence Division hasn't been started censoring yet. What was the last thing he told us about? I think it was about... Colonel Richard's aide-de-camp and a woman, the guardsman, were rivals in the military academy, which is interesting, but wouldn't the Intelligence Division already have made the connection? Oh yeah, so she probably couldn't print a story about that. I think I have an idea. I thought he told us about that at the dinner. But maybe that was the last thing. Whatever. Niall seemed particularly interested in the marriage prospect for the princess. Hey, yeah! And Duke mentioned something about it at his dinner party. Oh, Niall told you about that too? Make a hell of a story if it's true. Imagine having to cost some extra evidence at any cost. How did Niall, like, a reporter like Niall even learn something like that? I'd have thought it'd be something like that would only be known to the royal family. Well, he did say he has friends with someone who works in the Arbor Royal Villa. Completely off the record. But the terrorists are supposedly after the princess, so she's secretly staying in the villa for her own safety. I knew it! And the veil is lifted. Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa. Which would mean that Niall's probably there too. You don't say. Well, if I know Niall, he'd probably try to worm his way in for an interview with the princess. And if the soldiers saw him, they'd probably arrest him on the spot. No, Niall's a goner! Why do you keep going back to that? But if he has been arrested, then getting him out won't be easy. Yeah. I'm betting that he and the princess, Connie, are pretty much in the same situation. What exactly do you people know? Do you have inside information about what's going on in this city? In all of the borough? Sorry, but we can't really talk about it. Just let the Bracer Guild take care of Niall. If he's been arrested, we'll see to it that he's released. Alright. Please do whatever you can. Please, you guys. You gotta bring Niall back. Leave it to us. Sister Julia! Where are you? That's not the church. Birds actually fly away when you fly by them. Hello, Sister Julia. Oh, your sister Noah. I assume Julia wouldn't just be sitting out in the open. Huh? Oh. And who might you be? We're members of the Brace Guild. You're looking for Sister Ellen? Where are you now? Might I guess that you share complicity with her then? With a nun? Ew, no. He's asking if we know her real identity, Estelle. We're here with information. Yes, that's fine. I'm sorry to say she's no longer at the cathedral. She came to say goodbye to me this morning and then left. Where to? I mean, do you know where she might have gone? If only I did. I've been close with the royal family for many years, and she always regarded me as a friend and confidant. But this time she refused to give me any details. She no doubt wished to keep the church from getting too deeply involved, whatever is occurring. I see. I wouldn't worry, though. She had the light of hope in her eyes just as she departed. I'm confident she was not running away to wallow in despair, but for a more noble cause. Well, that's good at least. The thing is, we kind of need her to stay in touch with the Royal Guardsmen. Well, begging for the rain in the desert only gets you sand. We should probably go. The best thing we do now is covertly keep an eye out for any other Royal Guardsmen. Not the most efficient plan, but it seems to be all we've got. You shouldn't be between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Always remember that Idios keeps those who help themselves. Do all that you can, and Idios will surely take care of the rest. Hard and honest work will always lead you down the right path. Okay. We gotta go. Back to the Bracer Guild now. That's everything. There's no way there's not. Okay. Come on, get out of my goddamn way. Okay, that's where I'm gonna end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.